And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use an iOS device to be able to do your homework using Google Classroom. So there's a couple of apps you're going to need to download in order for this to work correctly. And I know a lot of students have had issues going to their browser on their phones, like Safari, for example, and trying to do it through there. Or they just have the Google Classroom app and just that. And you're going to need a couple of them. You're also going to need the Google Docs app to be able to do all of this. So if you've had any issues with an iPad or an iPhone on getting on Google Classroom to do your homework, this is the video for you. If you have an Android device, then I'm assuming the process is very similar, the only difference being that you would go onto the Google Play Store to download the apps rather than the App Store. So let's get started. In order to get into a class, you're going to download the Google Classroom app, and then you're going to hit the Google Classroom icon. And now Einstein can see that he is in my class, and he can see that 3 of his assignments are late. And at the bottom, we have an announcement, we have the syllabus. So you can go through that. And I'm going to show you guys how to do a homework on the actual phone, where a lot of students have a lot of problems. So for example, let's say he wants to complete homework 4, observations and inferences. So he taps the link, and this page opens up. This is where he'll end up turning it in once he's done completing the homework. So at this page, he's going to want to hit the attachment to open up the Google Doc. Now, if you do not have the Google Doc app, all you'll be able to do is see the homework, but you won't be able to type in it. You will be able to draw on it, and you will be able to add text boxes, but it comes out really messy, and it's going to be really difficult to use. So you're going to want to download the Docs app. If you don't, it's going to be just really, really difficult. So once you've downloaded the Google Docs app, now you're going to be able to open up the attachment in Google Docs. Okay, so this is what it would look like to everyone, but in order to write on it, in order to actually type in it, you're going to hit the button at the top right next to that little pen mark. So once I've done that, it opens up my Google Docs app, and it should log me in, and it has. If it doesn't log you in, you might have to type in your email and password. Okay, so now I can see the homework, I can go through it, I can read it. All right, if there's something that you can't see, just drag your finger, use your finger to move around. Where it says name, if you want to actually start typing in the homework, you're going to click on the bottom right. Let me just go back and show you guys that. If you want to actually start typing, on the bottom right, you see that little blue circle with a pencil inside? You're going to tap that button, and now you're going to be able to type. So if Albert is doing his homework, Albert Einstein, if I could spell it correctly, he'll be able to type right in the Google Doc right here. And he's in my section, I think it's section 3 class. Okay? And then he reads the observations. And then here's the first question here. What does composed mean? So Albert, being the great student that he is, types in composed means blah, blah, blah. Okay? There we go. I continue. Inferences. And then I can type in and I could add comments to that. And then he can make his one inference. LOL. Okay, Albert is done with his homework, so he swipes all the way up, and he will tap the little check mark at the top left of the app. Okay? And that means that you're done adding any comments or any words or anything that you wanted to type out. And now, you're not done yet. You have to turn in the assignment. So once Albert's all done with this, he's going to go either back or he's going to go to the Classroom app. At the top left, iOS lets you go back to the last app that you used. It might look a little different for you if you're using iOS 9, but you could either back out and go back into the Google Classroom account, or I'm going to just tap the Classroom button. And now that he's done with his homework, he's going to hit the Turn In button, and the teacher will get your homework. Okay? Now you'll notice that the Turn In button becomes an Unsubmit button once you turn it in. So how this works is, if you turn in an assignment before the due date, you can unsubmit it and you can fix it up. If let's say later on you remember, oh my gosh, I forgot to answer question 5, okay? You can unsubmit it, work on it a little bit more, and resubmit it, and you'll be able to do that as long as it's before the due date of the assignment, so it's not late. Okay? And that's about it. So hopefully that helps you guys out with doing a homework on your actual phone or iPad. And if you have any other questions, just put a comment in your Google Classroom account and we'll try to get you set up.